I have a lot of energy, so I apologize if I seem very overindulged and overexcited.
I'm originally from Riga. It's capital of Latvia, and I came 2006. Since that time in Aberdeen, and I really enjoy it because my boss really was great. He taught me alterations, which I didn't know really in my country. I started before my school. I already was creating from young age. So my grandmother was teaching from 5 years old, the knitting, all the embroideries by hands.
How we doing, folks? Welcome back to another episode of Seasonal Discussions. I'm Chris, I'm your host, I'm here, it's me. Forget it, just pretend everything's normal and you look fine. These look exactly the same, don't they? But we are in a brand new space. As you'll have saw in our first new episode that came out last week, where we spoke to Zara and Alex from Aberdeen Animates, we are in our brand new studio. So thank you to everyone who has supported us on the journey and got us to this point so far. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to click like and subscribe. If you've listened to us on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, there's so many different means and ways of people hearing these things now. Don't forget to follow and give us a 5-star review as well, because 5 stars are cool, and so are we. Anyway, enough of that. We're fed up listening to me. People want to hear from our guests. And today we are joined by fashionista, Vivienne Westwood's, Aberdeen's version of Vivienne Westwood, shall we say. Tince is with us. How are you?
Good morning. Thank you. I'm very well.
Yeah, it's I have a lot of energy, so I apologize if I seem very overindulged and overexcited sometimes. I get far too ahead of myself. You have set us up really nicely for the day in that you've just told us you had some coconut cake for breakfast. Is that like a regular thing to start your day? Are you normally a cake person?
I love coffee and I love cakes.
Is there ever a better way to start the day? So obviously you're not from Aberdeen originally. Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Riga. It's capital of Latvia.
Okay.
I came 2006, and since that time in Aberdeen.
Mm-hmm. So when you came to the UK, did you come direct to Aberdeen? Did you stay anywhere else in the UK when you first came over, or just direct to Aberdeen?
Direct to Aberdeen. My plan was to go to London, but then I was renting a house and I needed money, and I started work in an alteration shop.
Okay.
And I really enjoyed it because my boss really was great. He taught me alterations, which I didn't know really in my country, because I originally know dressmaking, and alterations was something new. So I stick to his teachings. He was before official teacher. And I also learned my English by learning the alteration skills.
So it was like learning multiple things at the same time, learning a new language, learning a new environment, learning new skills. Whereabouts was the alteration shop based? Was it one of the ones in the city centre, or?
It was nearly John Lewis, where it was John Lewis.
Okay, so one of the ones on George Street, I think I know which area you're at. Yeah. I know there's so many alteration shops. It's a skill that a lot of people underestimate, I think. But it's not just alteration. So you says you do dressmaking, outfit making. You've made outfits for some of our previous guests that we've had on, and Isabel Lockhart. How did you get started with dressmaking and stuff? How did you get started with this kind of thing?
So I started already from young age. I went to the dressmaking school. When I finished that, then I went to study how to make patterns and how to make dresses. That was separate school, which doesn't exist anymore. But I know 5 girls from UK. From my school, 5 girls from my school came to UK, and one of the girls working in a fashion house where they're making outfits for royals.
Okay.
And that's my skills. It's very specific, made from scratch and built by size. And in these days, it's very rare skill.
It's definitely not something that, I mean, the only time I see anything in regards to like dressmaking or outfit making is all on TV with RuPaul's Drag Race or something where they all make their own outfits. What prompted you to start? Did you have like an inspiration that made you want to start dressmaking and stuff originally? So you started at a young age. What prompted the beginning of your journey?
I started before my school. I already was creating from young age. So my grandmother was teaching from 5 years old, the knitting, all the embroideries by hands. And my mom was in job, so I was sitting all days with my grandma because I didn't go to nursery, something like this. And all my holidays I was just spending with my grandmother, and she was teaching me all the steps, and also she knew how to make dresses. And she did have a dressmaker, so I always was observing why she looks so good. She inspired me, and then I started to also learn and do my steps.
Do everything from there. So how young do you think you were or how old were you when you actually started all this then? This was before nursery, what, like 4 years old, 5 years old?
5 years old.
Wow.
Years old, yeah.
That's some dedication to learning from a young age. We can't even get kids at 5 years old to go to nursery regularly over here. It's crazy. Absolutely. So did you study you mentioned you studied at a school or a university is it closed now? What sort of level of education did you go through to learn more about this?
So every day we build a pattern. We need to learn formulas, and then we need independently to work with customer. That was the basic. They train us how to work with customer, how to take measurements, how to build a pattern, how to cut the fabric, how to iron fabric, how to prepare for a fitting, how to prepare for the second fitting. And after that school, I straight away started to work in the main fashion house in Riga. And it was a good experience. I was helping one girl to finish London's fashion school. I was sending patterns to London for she can finish her school because she didn't know really how to do. And whilst I was working, so that was the main thing. And also everybody who finished school don't have the practice. So after I started to work in another fashion house, I started make outfits for the owner of the fashion house, and she said, "Why you not making your own thing?" And then I became self-employed in Riga. I did call my customer base, and I always was between artists, and then I get bored. I was thinking I want to see how people do the fashion in UK.
Yeah.
So that's my story.
It led you over here. So how did you find art clients and people to work with? Did you advertise yourself a lot back there? Was it more sort of word of mouth? You would work with one person and they would tell someone else. How easy was it to find new clients and people to work with?
In my country, there are more fabric shops, and because I was working in the main fashion house, which was in the main street, so people were buying fabrics and sending to me. That was the one way. And I've been working with many companies after when my friend opened a shop, and I was helping her. So basically, Riga is a small place where everybody knows each other.
Yeah.
And a lot of stories. It's like best memories.
Yeah. A bit like Aberdeen. Everyone knows everyone. It's just, it can be a big city, but it somehow feels like a small village at the same time. It's like everyone knows each other. You can't walk down the High Street or Union Street without bumping into someone you know from somewhere. So how easy was it for you? Obviously, moving across. It was 2006, did you say you came across?
Yeah.
How easy did you find it coming to a new country and trying to get started again? Because it can be quite a challenge for a lot of people.
My challenge was English language.
Okay.
And I in my country always said, what's fashion designer if don't know how to speak English?
Yeah.
That's why I was planning to go back soon, but it didn't happen.
That's fair. And did you find it quite easy to find a job in the type of thing you wanted to do? So obviously you mentioned working with the alteration store. Was that an easy thing to find, or was it just, I don't know what I'm going to do for a job here, I need to find something quick?
When I came, I was living in the house. I found Yellow Pages. I
Yeah.
picked up the phone, and my skills was so simple. I just called all alteration shops, and then next day I started to work.
How many other alteration shops did you have to call before you finally got one that was willing to take you on?
It's just, when you don't know so much, you just go in one way.
Yeah. As soon as one says yes, take the one that says yes. So was there quite a few people who worked in that alteration shop? Was it quite a small, obviously I've never spent time in one before. How many people were actually working within the alteration shop at the time?
There were girl from Lithuania, so I was able to speak in Russian language with her and learn English.
Learn from there. I'd imagine the Aberdeen accent would probably make learning English over here a little bit more difficult, because even Aberdeen people don't speak English very well. Our accents are terrible. Did you find that was a bit more of a problem trying to learn the language from Aberdonian people as well?
I was not working at that time with customers directly.
Okay.
My boss was not English at all, so
Yeah. Just everyone learning at the same time. So how long did you work at that alteration shop for?
So I was working for 1 year, but then another company wanted to go to there, so I started to work then in Holborn Street.
Okay. And was that owned, so did you move over to a new unit on Holborn Street?
In that time, alteration business was very strong and powerful, and people were fighting about best sales and best income shops. And that's why it was strong movement, so that's why I moved to another shop, because it was more busy.
More business to keep you going. And how long have you been doing this sort of the freelance working for yourself now? Because you design items for, like you say, not just yourself, but for other people. How long have you been working for yourself now? Tell us a little bit more about your individual journey through the work side.
So 2017, I decided I want to continue what I do, because that would make sense. And I started to establish being self-employed, and I started to work with Aberdeen Business Gateway and started to learn webinars, what is necessary to be self-employed. And I was setting up everything, and 2020.
Everyone's favorite COVID.
2020, it didn't happen what I was planning, but I think it was 2023 when I opened shop in George Street.
So you had the shop on George Street. Whereabouts on George Street? How far up George Street was it?
So it was opposite Sainsbury's.
Oh, yeah. I know where you're at. I used to be in there all the time as a student. Was it one on the corner? No, that was a rugby shop, I think, on the corner for so many years. I've been in Aberdeen for so long, I forget where everything used to be. Did you find that having an actual shop was a good thing for you as a new business at the time, or did it cause some more problems with, there's a lot more costs with having your own venue, isn't there?
So I wanted to do what I love to do, but after 2020, a lot of change. And because there is no John Lewis, the energy and frequency on George Street is absolutely different.
Yeah.
So I needed to experience that. I still did have customers, but people mindset change after 2020.
Yeah, no one really wanted to. I mean, Aberdeen as a whole for shopping habits has changed quite a lot, but the loss of John Lewis was a big thing for George Street. George Street used to be the main shopping bit of Aberdeen back in the 80s. It's crazy. That was the main place where all the shops were, everyone used to go. And now it just doesn't get any foot. There's no parking, there's no easy access to George Street. Yeah, it's a strange place. Do you think if you'd been somewhere else, like another location other than George Street, it might have helped a little bit more? Or
I believe that Aberdeen is not really fashion city. but I love what I do, and I still believe that people need my skills. And there always will be people who are interested in fashion, and
Yeah.
there always will be people who are not interested. So it doesn't matter which city you are, there always we can create relationships and connections and
Yeah.
do what we love.
People always need clothes. People always need designers. They always need new ideas and new viewpoints, I suppose, when it comes to fashion. You know, do you have anyone that inspires you quite a bit? Like, where does your main inspiration come from when it comes to designing things? Is there anyone you look up to? Is there any particular designers who you aspire to be like? What inspires you the most?
I love Tom Ford. I like how he always was brave and creating his own ideas and his positivity. And as he's saying, he is always working. There is no minute he doesn't work unless he's asleep.
Yeah.
And I think it's really, to achieve something, need hard work and focus.
A lot of focus for it. Have you ever considered going back to study more about the fashion and textiles thing as well in the UK? Because I know there are some courses at like NESCOL, RGU. I don't know what Aberdeen Uni does, but have you ever considered going back to education over here for it as well?
I actually considered 2 days ago.
Yeah. Planned. It's like we knew this. So you considered, was it NESCOL you considered going to?
No, just because my diploma is not confirmed in this country. So I worked in college, and on 29th of November I can go discover to study about this in college. So we will see.
Yeah, I mean, both myself and Zara have come from the college. We both finished our studies this year, and it's definitely a nice place to go and just learn a bit more about, you know, anything. The thing with NESCOL is it's not just about learning the subject. So it's not just about learning like fashion and textiles or production that we did. It's a nice community. It's a nice environment within the college where it helps you expand your knowledge of the city quite a bit. I mean, you've been here for nearly 20 years. Your knowledge of the city is pretty good already, but it's a nice thing to do. So would it be fashion and textiles that you look to go and do, or?
Same thing, basically. But I think if I'm not so extremely busy, so I can do 2 things, study and work.
Yeah, even full-time courses or even part-time courses, can be like 3 days a week at the college. It's a lot of time to give up if you're a self-employed person who is trying to, you know, earn a living at the same time.
Yeah, it's a challenge, but I'm considering
it. So, well, if we can offer any advice for the college thing, we'll do our best. We try and manage college and running a business at the same time. We weren't very good at it. We were not the best people to give advice. How busy are you for work just now? So do you have a lot of clients? Do you find a lot of your business is people who repeatedly come back and use your services regularly, or do you find a lot of new customers as well?
No, I have few customers. I don't have so many customers. And since I lost my shop,
Yeah.
I'm more working focused online.
Okay.
And I have my artist space where I can meet my customers. And when I have enough customers, then I can open small space to put on Google Maps.
Yeah. So do you get a lot of, without having a lot of customers, do you get more business through the same, obviously we mentioned you've done things for like Isabel Lockhart in the past. Do you find once you've made something for one person, they'll come back and request more from you again later on down the line? How consistent are the customers?
I wouldn't say that it's really consistent because I believe that it's a lot of confusion in the world right now. And fashion is not the main focus.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I think when people come to designers and fashion people individually, it's more for one-off statement pieces. It's not for like a t-shirt that they're going to wear every day. It's for, you know, a dress where they're going to wear it to an event or to a ball. Do you have a specialist type of thing that you like to do? Is there a particular type of clothing that you like to make? Because obviously you've made what you're wearing today. Do you like making formal wear, tops, skirts, dresses? What would you class as your speciality?
The best I like jackets, skirts, trousers.
Yeah.
Jackets the best for women because I studied exactly jackets, and I love to make jackets. And yeah, I believe that if woman goes in business, she has to have good jacket. And in shops, there normally is jackets without the shape.
Yeah.
So how I could stand out that I can offer fitted jacket, which is the right size.
I think that's something that not a lot of people take time to consider, is the difference that a nice, a tailored piece of clothing can actually make you feel. It gives people confidence if they have something that's tailored. Do you notice the difference in people when they're wearing something that is tailored to them? Do you see like a rise in their own confidence in themselves?
I experience from myself, if I have to go somewhere, I know I'm not going to waste time by searching the shops because I don't want that somebody else has same thing. I'm searching for a fabric online. I'm ordering samples and I'm using my imagination how I really want to look, and that's how I also why I created my website that is all about self-image. Starts with imagination. You can imagine how you want to look, and then after you can look like this.
Yeah. How long would you spend with a client or with a customer coming up with a design or an idea for the item that they made? Is it like a lot of meeting in person as well to try and sort all these things out? Is there a lot of communication back and forth? How much time would that take?
It depends from customer. If customer is like really inspired when something and customer knows me, most of the time is on the phone. Can call me even 9 o'clock evening when have inspiration.
Yeah.
And just have a chat. And then after 2 days I can have coming back with my ideas, and then we continue conversation until we get the fabric and we get to the fitting.
How easy is it for you to source fabrics and stuff for these kind of things? Is it something you do locally? Do you have to buy a lot of it online to get delivered to you? How easy is that process?
There is quite limited supply of fabrics in Aberdeen, but I believe never complain, but work with what we have. We can, with simple things, we can create something we want. We don't need 100,000 fabrics, but somebody choose to wear denim, somebody choose to wear wool, and in this time and age, we don't need look all in a wool suit or denim suit. We can mix and just feel how we want to feel.
Yeah. So they're easy enough to find. But like I say, that's something that is lacking, I suppose, in Aberdeen. There's not enough fabric options. And when we lose places like John Lewis, that doesn't really help. These kind of places that used to have all of these things available for people to use. I can't imagine how difficult that would actually be. Do you have a particular sort of material or fabric that you enjoy working with the most? Like, do you prefer, is it easier to work with some than others?
Like any fabric, basically.
Yeah. Are any of the fabrics where you think, oh God, this is going to be really difficult? Are there any that are really hard to work with?
The more quality fabric, more easier to work.
Okay. See, again, get what you pay for. You spend the money, you get what's good for you. I think has anyone ever surprised by the actual length of time and cost that it would take to create an item for them?
So I did have an experience that one customer, he wanted to create 4 dresses, 1 for his wife and 3 for daughters, plus for grandchild.
Okay.
And then basically, sometimes customer insist on something which is not possible, hard to find compromise. As if customer believes he knows better fabrics than me,
Yeah.
then it's hard to work because I see how it's going to look after when it will be ready, but customer doesn't have this vision. So when then everything was ready, then he agreed what I said before.
Yeah, I could imagine the problem of someone thinking they're the expert in everything straight away. I know exactly what I want. It's like, yeah, but it's not going to work like that. It's never, especially if it's a guy. Men would be a bit of a problem, I would imagine. Are men more difficult to work with as customers? I think we would be, personally.
When I was in shop, actually, more customers was men, and that was also a challenge because I thought that everybody will know that I'm just working for women, but
Yeah.
men came more for advice than women, be
Yeah.
honest.
That's nice that the men can finally realize that they're not the, masters and geniuses and experts on everything, especially when it comes to fashion. Men are terrible. Case in point, I am terrible at what I do. What's the next aim then for you, for your business thing? You have the website that's going just now. You're still taking on customers. What's like the next step? What's the next stage for you with your business?
That's a good question because just now I'm focusing on content, self-image. I'm studying myself as well. And my next level would be that because I all life just been making dresses, now I start to understand that why it's so important. And that is self-image. With self-image you can succeed. And self-image starts in your mind. It's in every person's mind. And the good thing, anytime you want to change your life or your self-image, you can do that. But the person itself must have willingness to do that. And I'm here just to help.
Yeah. But I think that rediscovery of self is a massive thing. Have you gone through like your own journey of discovering yourself in the same process of, discovering your business as well?
Yeah, because when my children were small, I was absolutely focused on children. I forgot myself.
Yeah.
And then I need to remember who I am, what I would like to wear. I didn't have real understanding, but what I understood, I'm not the same person as I was like when I was 25. So I needed to really rebuild myself. And then I imagine how good it is if I have jackets which I want to take, and that's what I believe is important, that first thing we need is clothes when we wake up.
True, it's very true. And that, again, that inspiring self-confidence comes from getting up, making yourself look the way you want to look, feel the way you want to feel. And people use clothing as a way of expressing themselves as well. It's not, you often find if people fall into a particular category, sports people are always wearing football jerseys or basketball jerseys. As we call it, the emo, the gothic people are always wearing black and silver and everything that fits for them. Finding your own self-image, your own self-style is quite an important part of finding out who you are as well, isn't it?
I believe that it's the main thing which you need to focus, because what else you can focus if you not focus on your goals and your self-image?
Yeah, I will eventually find my own self-image at some point. I struggle with finding out who I am. I wake up in the morning, I have a coffee. As long as I'm just a dog owner. If I can get up and take the dog out for a walk in the morning, I'm a happy person. Beyond that, very, very simple to do with. So do you think you'll ever get to the stage where you have, like another store on the high street again? Is that the aim? And you want to get back onto the high street and have a store again?
No, I would say that the world is changing. I'm not thinking to get back because the street is just quite destroyed.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a challenge.
That would be a challenge. So my main focus is online now, and I'm also part of the UK Entrepreneurs, which have a lot of learning. We actually have event today in the hotel.
Okay, which hotel?
You have to check my phone. I cannot remember, but we have event today, and today is 6:30. I have to be there.
Okay. Well, I might have to find a way of sneaking in and taking photographs and stuff. It's something that you need for your business. Do you need partnerships with other places and other people for you to continue to grow? So do you have like working relationships with photographers who can come in and take photographs of your stuff for your website as well? Or is everything done just by you, self-run, self-dealt with everything?
I would say that, yeah, the shop, of course, would help, but it's very high expense.
Yeah. But do you have anyone who helps out now with like any form of marketing, advertising, or do you do everything yourself?
No, I'm working with website developer who is in Spain,
Okay.
and every week we have meetings, and he really helps me with ideas about Instagram and about my next steps. And I believe if I would work myself, I would stop at this point because
Yeah.
it's a big job. But I am accountable to come every week on the call, and he's also preparing some ideas, and my job is to move forward.
Yeah. I think that accountability is definitely a big thing when it comes to running your own business. That stepping up and taking ownership, saying, no, I have to show up, I have to do this to keep it going. There's so many businesses that fail because people don't have the determination to get up and do something. And I think you are a great story of this is someone who is determined to make their work a thing and is determined to be a success. And let's, again, just using Isabel as an example, someone who speaks very highly of you and the work that you've done.
Thank you.
Is, well, thank you, Isabel. She's an amazing human being. And to get, a glowing recommendation from her is a massive thing in Aberdeen as well. So I don't think you're going to struggle to be a success, personally. I think you have the willpower and the determination to achieve exactly what you want to achieve. And it's a great story to tell.
Thank you. I'm just grateful for what we have, what I have, and I like to share with others. And I believe because of my experience in all these fashion houses, that's what I like to share, and that's what I know the best. So
That's fair. Before we finish things up for the day, I have a couple of other little things I want to clarify. Obviously, you're wearing your own designs today. Is there ever a day where you go outside and you're not wearing something that you have made?
yes, when I started to study self-image, I understood that we can be visible, and if we don't want, we can be invisible. And in street style and fashion now, I believe it's better be invisible because who cares? Just yourself. And it's easier to move around if nobody knows you.
Yeah, that's true. Do you enjoy making things for yourself? Or do you prefer, obviously making things for other people means making money from them, I understand that side, but you must get a sense of, pride in seeing, going out wearing your own thing.
Yeah, I love to be creative. I'm like buying fabrics, and I have a lot of fabrics, and also my responsibility is to make them. But online also takes a lot of energy, and of course, if for this system works properly, you need a team, not just one person.
So so the audience back there knows, how does the online process work? So does someone just contact you via your website, start a conversation about what they want, or do you have things just on your website for sale as they are?
I have some girls who likes to stand out, and then they normally, when they have event, then they reach me out. That's how it works.
Okay, so if people are looking for something custom for events coming up, this is going out in December, so this is, there's a lot of festive time. People are getting ready for Christmas, and then New Year comes in, and I think New Year, new ideas, new developments, people can contact you direct to see about making something for them.
Yeah, because I'm not like visible in the city center. That's my website now where can reach me out, and it's all about person's goals. If he really looking for dressmaking, that's me.
They can find you. And you're on Instagram and LinkedIn as well. Is that right? People can contact you there?
Yeah, I'm LinkedIn as well.
Yeah, everyone loves LinkedIn. We call it corporate Facebook. It's like Facebook, but just for businesses. It's like if you want to contact them, you know how on Facebook everyone posts photos of random things from years ago? LinkedIn is just Facebook, but businesses doing it instead of anything else. Well, the links to all of your connections, where they can find you and everything will be in the description at the bottom of this. Is there anything else you want to tell us about before we wrap things up for today?
No, I'm very grateful with this opportunity to speak and introduce myself. And I'm always happy to do any dressmaking services or alterations. So that's
There we
who
go.
I am.
Well, if you have any dressmaking requirements or alteration requirements, the links to find and contact Tince directly, including to our website, are in the description down below this video. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to click like and subscribe on the video and follow us on all the social medias if you can. We are also running sponsorship opportunities for the podcast as well as a crowdfunder. Links to those are down in the description, or you can email us directly, info@seasonmedialimited.co.uk, for all of the information you need. Tince, thank you very much for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure to sit and chat with you. And we have an event coming up next year that we might need some items made for. I might need a new waistcoat. I do love a waistcoat to look nice. So you never know. You might get some business coming through Season Media lately as well. Thank you very much for coming in to chat to us. Thank you everyone for watching, and we will see you again next Monday. Goodbye.